Forgiveness is a tough question, an interesting one. I have a very dear friend, Catholic, who says, I don't have to forgive anybody who hasn't apologized. And there's a certain wisdom in that. But I think we're talking about a different quality to forgiveness. The idea that we don't want to carry within ourselves the pain of woundedness and of anger. And I realized myself, because I had been hurt, that I needed to find a way to forgive, but to release myself from the pain, because I was suffering. And the things that most antagonize us or provoke us in another person are very often the things about ourselves that we haven't yet come to terms with. We're reflecting truths back and forth to each other. And very often when we're hurt, one of the things that happens is that we start to blame the other person. You know, it's their fault. They did this to me, or they did that to me. Instead of blaming someone else, what you're doing is taking responsibility for yourself. You're looking at what you need to do to be whole and to be healthy and to be happy. And then you can set about working on that. And when you are engaged in the process of reconnecting with divinity, you don't have time to be angry, and you don't need to be angry. You don't need to be engaged with rage or hurting. There's an old saying, to get the right answer, you have to ask the oracle the right question. It's true in therapy, it's true in spirituality. So the question of how to forgive begins after you recognize that a person doing harm is doing so because they're disconnected from the divine. Then the next question is, why did I make that choice to be in that relationship? What does it have to say about me? What do I need to learn about myself? What do I need to heal in myself? What do I need to make whole in myself? What do I have to do to find the divine in myself, to recognize it and honor it and cherish it and nourish it and live out of that wholeness? And when you're living out of that fullness, when you've made that connection, when you've had the moment of illumination, when you've figured out what it is that you need to work on, what it is that's standing between you and the sacred in yourself, when you begin to find that answer, forgiveness is a natural condition that flows out of it. It's the natural consequence that comes with wholeness.